Hello everyone, Mike Mullis here for the original Next Level Gaming, and it's time for another Stinger Spotlight. And today I'm talking about the Razer Kishi. This is a game controller for your phone, and something you never want to leave the house without. So the Razer Kishi is a phone controller. It's out for Android, iOS, and has an Xbox version of it that's a little more expensive. And I'll get into that in a second. So I'm not a phone gamer kind of guy. And I really never thought that I'd actually buy a controller for my phone. But at the same time, I've been thinking about getting a handheld for my retro gaming and for other things. See, Microsoft brought out their xCloud streaming service, which is part of Game Pass Ultimate, which I'm a member of. But I really never considered playing Xbox games on a cell phone. I wanted something more along the lines of a tablet, or I wanted it to come to PC or something like that. But I also, at my heart, am a retro gamer. And because of that, when I was going out on trips with the family, vacations, or even just laying in bed at night sometimes, I've always wanted to play my retro games, maybe take something along with me other than just sit and watch YouTube videos all day. So I started looking at handhelds, and there are many, many, many great handhelds out there, and I almost pulled the trigger on a couple of them. But then somebody reminded me that you can emulate old games the same way you can stream xCloud on your phone. Well, I have a Galaxy Note 9, and see the great way I'm holding it? that was some special work right there. Let me do that again, and please don't mind the mass amounts of fingerprints on my phone either. So my phone actually makes a really handy dandy emulator using one of my favorite emulators, RetroArch. Somebody had let me know that you can actually run RetroArch on Android. So I gave it a shot, and lo and behold, all of my Sega CDs, all of my 32X games, all of my Genesis games, my old Nintendo collection, believe it or not, even my Sega Dreamcast games, all play really well on this device. I mean, I was just really blown away. So I decided that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run RetroArch. But the problem is, you don't see it on here, but when you're not plugged into something, there's on-screen buttons. I've hidden the on-screen buttons for the purpose of the spotlight, but the on-screen buttons are not my thing. If you're able to use them, that's great, but I can't. So, I bought myself the Razer Kishi. Now, I'll give you a little close-up on it so you can see. It has two control sticks. It's got a home button, a left and a right button, and it has face buttons that show you A, B, X, Y, and that's important. Both of the sticks, by the way, the two analog sticks, also click in, and it's got, on the top, it's got two triggers, left and right, and two buttons, left and right. These come into play for a multitude of different games that you want to play. Now, obviously, this is not the size of the controller. It is in a compact mode right now, so you can put it in a bag, you can put it in your suitcase, I can put it in my coat pocket, and take it along with me wherever I go. Now, I'm going to open it up. It just opens up very simply, like this, expands out, and I'm going to take my phone, which is still playing Batman Returns on my Sega CD. Not my actual Sega CD, but Batman Returns is one of my favorite Sega CD games. And now we have a full-on, almost Nintendo Switch-like handheld. And believe it or not, I put this up against my kids' two Switch Lites, and this is bigger. So I've got this really nice big screen. I've got this really nice controller in my hand. It feels really good. It's got some nice weight to it. And because it plugs into the charging port on the phone, it is not a Bluetooth controller. So they advertise no lag whatsoever. Now we're going to find that out because I'm going to show you some gameplay in just a moment of some stuff that I took using this very controller. And you're going to see it for yourself just how good the controller is. So let's do that. I'm going to show you a few games, and then we'll come back afterwards and I'll give you my final thoughts.
down, Noble. Stand down. Contacts neutralized.
Contacts? It's the damn Covenant.
So I hope you enjoyed that gameplay look. I have to tell you, I'm really impressed with this controller, straight up. A couple things that I didn't mention before that I want to mention now is the controller for Android and iOS is $79.99. They do make an Xbox version of this controller for $99.99. And what that gets you is, I'm going to bring this up just a little bit. What that gets you is the buttons here are more stylized to the Xbox. So the home button on this controller is actually an Xbox button on the more expensive model. But I want to tell you, this works exactly the same. And I'm going to give you one more small demo before we run out. You saw me playing Halo, and you saw me playing Bloodstained. All I have to do is hit this home button, and it's going to bring me into my Xbox Game Pass, just like the more expensive controller. So I don't necessarily recommend spending the extra $20 to get the Xbox version unless you absolutely want the Xbox look, the branding. Otherwise, this is good just as it is, and it worked perfectly for me with the xCloud streaming. So I want to tell you, your phone may vary. You know, a smaller phone like a Galaxy S series, you know, the screen might be big enough for you. I mean, look, handhelds like the Evercade and Retro Pocket and stuff are only 5 inches anyway. So most of the time, your Apple phone, your Android phone is probably going to have a bigger screen. So as long as you legally own the games that you're emulating, I see no reason why you shouldn't get this controller and use it with your phone. That's just my opinion. And I'm going to have a lot of good gaming with this. I already have. And as you can see, this thing really, it has no lag. The fact that it's got 2 analog sticks, 4 buttons, just like an Xbox controller, but also tends to run other consoles just fine. You can play, if your emulator plays PlayStation 2 games, they run just fine on here too. So the only issue that you might have is, and this happens, I mean, with most modern controllers, you don't see modern controllers with 3 buttons across the face anymore. That really went away with the Genesis, the Saturn. Those were really the main consoles that had the 3-button layouts. So playing fighting games that use A, B, and C, X, Y, and Z, you just have to you have to play it much like you play, you know, a Street Fighter game on a 4-button controller now. You're going to have to use the triggers. If you're okay with that, then play on, gamers. But in the meantime, again, for $79.99, this is one heck of a controller, and I highly recommend it. It's a controller I simply didn't think that I was ever going to need or buy, and now that I have it, I don't know why I waited so long to get it. This thing's been out for a while. It's now 2021, but I'm telling you, this This is an incredible controller for your phone. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me while we do this quick spotlight on the Razer Kishi. If you like this video and you want to check out more, we've got other Stinger Spotlights, we've got other live streams, and of course we have our Thursday night podcast, the NLG Show, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with myself, Peter Hutink, and Chris Williams. We have great guests, we have great interviews, but really we just celebrate all that's video gaming, past, present, and future. Also, if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button, click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you'll know when the next Stinger Spotlight is going to pop up, or when the next NLG show is going to be, or any of our other great content that we're bringing you here in 2021 on the NLG YouTube channel. Also, we have our Friends of NLG. If you click that join button, it's only $2 a month, and you get cool emojis that you can use during our live chats, as well as other perks. Just to let you know, our Friends of NLG got to see this video before you did. And we're going to do that with a lot more. So please consider joining. All of the proceeds that come from their membership go right back into the channel. So that's it for another Stinger Spotlight. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I hope this gave you a lot more information on the very cool Razer Kishi. All right, so as I say, everyone, have a great day and play on, gamers.